right. Hello, everyone. I'm live. I'm live. Okay. All right. Welcome to my live stream where we just shoot a shit about no recent things, topics or cultural thingy. We basically go with the flow, but yeah. It's a chit chat live stream. We don't really set a theme for the stream. It's basically like a QA live stream, right? And that's what we do. But how are you guys doing? Now, 2 weeks and a half away. 2 weeks and a half away until me and family will visit the US. Yeah, there are some concerns, you know, such as long flight with a 2-year-old toddler, very wacky one. All right, McLovin. There are so many people walking backwards and on their hands and knees today. What are you talking about? Alex, hello. Culture Butter. It's kind of fun catching a live stream of yours while in Japan. It hits a bit different watching at noon instead of nighttime. Well, it's kind of trippy, right? The time difference. But welcome back to Japan. Hope you are having a nice stay. It's been a quite like good weather. You know, it's not so cold here in Tokyo area, at least. So I think it's been pleasant. Hope you are enjoying being here. Jeff Parnell, greetings from New Mexico. Hi. Breakage 2 more. Greetings. Have a great day. Great weekend day. Oh, you too. Thank you. It's January 18th in New Zealand. Oh, New Zealand, ne? Yeah, New Zealand and Japan don't have so much time difference. Probably like 1 or 2 hours, actually. Right? Wayne Fay. It's 3 a.m. in rainy England and I can't sleep, so a big hello from me. Nice. 3 a.m. Thanks for joining. Yeah. なんかね。そうだね。It's quite late there in Europe. Yeah, I was able to be on live. To be live. I was able to do live stream. So I can chat with people in Europe sometimes. You know, before kid, you know. But you know, after kids, obviously I can't really do that because if I do live stream to match with European time, it has to be something like I mean it's gotta be like nighttime. Usually, like you know, if I match with European nighttime, that's when people usually you know watch a live stream in general. So you know, if I would match with that, I have to go live in my in my like late night, like 2 a.m. or something like that. Yeah, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., something like that. So I can't do that anymore, you know. But yeah, glad glad some of you can catch my live stream in this time. Lloyd, welcome back. It's 3 or 4 hours ahead here, depending on daylight savings. Right now, it's 4 hours ahead. Oh, そっか. That was longer than I thought. Maybe because Australia doesn't have so many time difference. It's only like an hour. Depends on the area. But New Zealand, そっか, 4 hours. Okay. There's some difference there. James Bromstead. Hola. Lots of new people coming in today, huh? Welcome, everyone. Frank, welcome back. Usually 1 hour different here in Australia. It's 2 p.m. そっか、じゃあ2 hours difference か。From your area. Oh, Cello. Hello. Real Waltz. Welcome back. Are your glasses real? You don't always wear them. Yeah, this is a fashion glasses. Yeah. So, it doesn't have anything. It's just glasses without, changing anything. Yeah, didn't have time to do like makeup. So, yeah, I just decided to wear something. At least, it looks like there's some things going on my face, Because without anything, like no glasses, no, you know, lip gloss, then my face will be like nothing, like Asian face, super nothing, no dimension, no texture, no nothing. So I had to wear something. So yeah, these glasses are for that. You know what I mean? PM got some serious case of pneumonia. Even though I am primarily work from home, it sucks that I could spend time with my wife, husband, and son together. Okay, I don't know pneumonia, but is that some kind of a symptom? Like, I don't know. Spend time with your wife and husband? So you have a wife and husband? You have a wife and husband. I'm confused. Then, the, then not, then, the, nutty nerd かな. First time viewer, welcome. Welcome to my live stream. Yeah. What's going on to my life lately? Like not many big things. I'm basically preparing for the trip to the US. Yeah. And I'm getting a lot of like souvenirs for Justin's family. We also got, oh, maybe I can show you guys. I don't know if you guys have these things. I'm sure you guys have these things, but okay. I don't think I can show you this. It was bigger than I thought. We got a carry case, like suitcase for kids, and the suitcase also can be like a small car. You know what I mean? Kids can ride on it and then move with the suitcase. So it's kind of like suitcase slash car carrier みたいな. Yeah. Apparently, it seems like, very convenient, useful when you travel with kids, which I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I hope it works. But yeah, we got a travel suitcase for kids, which is like interesting to me, kind of interesting. Is Hiro sleeping better? Yeah, better, I think. Not so many, なんだっけ, night terror anymore. There are a few times in a week, but not as often as like last year, I think. Yeah. I hope you are not going to Minneapolis. Minneapolis, ne? It sounds like many, icy thing going on there. Yeah. So now, yeah, well, we are going to Florida, and it's not as strict there, right? Like it's not a blue state, so I don't think ICE there isn't like so strict, like so aggressive there. But I do feel a little, worry about the immigration process, Although, when it comes to like Japanese people with family, like it should be like fine. But we because of what's happening these days, I do feel like worried a little bit. Okay, Hiroken is coming. Hiro can explore Florida on his own in the versatile Toyota Land Cruiser. Hey, hey. 顔何あ、何 Hello. Hi. I'm Hiro. Fox, yes.
Fox, what?
You want? Fox want? Fox.
違うね。違うね。
違う? No.
Demanding child.
これです。です。はい、はい、Fox. Nice.
Alrighty. お出かけする? No?
よくじゃあcan you count? Can you count? 1, 2, 3? ガガこれ How many gagas there?
How many?
How many gagas?
甘いかから
One, two,
D
three, four.
パ
Four birds.
put
Alright, buddy. Let's head out.
Yeah, go to the park.
パカ
The jungle gym?
チョコチョ
Yeah, let's go to jungle gym. Bye bye.
Yeah, that's Hiro. Very wild, very wild child. The kid's suitcase on UK is by a company called Toranki. Yeah. Nice. Yes, I do have both wife and husband. I'm married to a pair of twins who are brother and sister. Is it possible? Like, which country actually allows that, or is that more like unofficial, undocumented marriage? Like, it sounds like a unique case, you know? I'm from the most southern northern state in the US known as Indiana. Oh, Indiana. I'm sure you're fine. Oh, I hope I am. The weather is beautiful in Florida. I think you will feel very welcomed. Yeah, I hope so. そうね. Yeah, Florida in February shouldn't be like too hot, humid, or anything, right? It's so different to Australia and Japan. I'd be worried too, right? Now, Australia is quite like relaxed. Like many Japanese people move there, to be honest. Like it's, you know, much less pain than moving to the US. So people choose Australia or even like Canada over the US recently. I mean, it's been like a trend going on, especially like Australian working holiday thing. Like many of my friends went to Australia with the working visa. 違う working holiday visa. It's like a student visa that allows to do like a trainee part-time job. And then eventually you can stay up to 2 years if you extend, but it's usually 1 year. And then a few of my friends actually stayed in Australia, even got married there. So yeah, Australia seems like a very chill like country for Japanese people. Although I haven't been there, so I can't really like say for sure. But it seems like according to my like friends and the fact that many Japanese people go there. Hurricane. Open carry in Florida is nuts though. Open carry? What's that? Frank and Seymour, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. What color? I'll go with yellow. Oh. And Seymour. Seymour ね、it's been a while. How are you doing? Thank you. Appreciate the support. Yeah, there is a lot of Japanese here. They fit in well. That's good. Saw a dude on a ninja with an old striker, 12 street sweepers strapped to their back. What's going on? Eh? We had our first really hot day here. 43 degree? 43, wow. Australia can get that hot. He. The guns laws in Florida allow open carry for guns. What's open carry? So people will have rifles and pistols strapped to their back and hips in a store like normal. Like something to carry guns with you. That's open carry. へえ。あ、そっか。So Florida is kind of like a gun-friendly state, which is like to me very trippy. You know, there are like no guns allowed in Japan, and then gun shooting is particularly rare. You know, I mean there is a famous case, so some people might feel like, oh, there are gun shooting in Japan, but we like that's like once in 10 years or even more, like once in a few decade kind of situation. And that assassination to our former prime minister, that gun shooting was like super rare. We almost never have it, right? And that was not even a gun that it's like sold in Japan. He created with like 3D printer or something. So it's not something you can get. Guns are not some, things you can get in Japan. Yeah. Unless you are a hunter or something like that. So yeah. Never seen guns for a while. Never seen guns in Japan for a while. My like a little far relative, they were into guns, and then when I visited there, they had guns, but that's like super rare. And then it's not even a real gun, I think. Yeah. Those are not real guns. Like BB guns. it's kind of like a toy, but it's dangerous. It's very dangerous for So yeah, I don't think I've ever seen real guns here in Japan. Perhaps, yeah, which is kind of like, yeah, I've never seen guns before in Japan. Huh. If I think about it. I'm a Korean woman who is already married to Japanese twins. Yes, the twins are the brothers and sisters that I talked about. So is that the Korean law that allows like dual marriages, like or like polyamory marriages? What Korean shouldn't have. They don't have. They don't have that kind of law, right? So you probably got married in another country. Not in Japan, not in Korea. Simwa, thanks for the second super chat even. Sorry for being absent. Oh, don't mention it. I'll give you mochi Shiba dog. It's kind of cute. And it gets upside down easily. Thank you. I saw a cat for the first time yesterday. For real? My ex is from Japan and we've been on and off for a year, and 2 weeks ago we broke up again. I am at the point I'm giving up. Why? You given up on her? Giving up on her or giving up dating in general? Giving up on that relationship with her sounds like a good idea. You probably need a fresh start, you know. If it didn't work out, it didn't work out. Accept it and then move on. That's a good idea. But giving up the entire dating and relationship, that sounds like a very like, I don't know. There's a jump there. I see like a jump, like this relation didn't work out. I can never have a relationship in the future. That's like chill. Chill. Oh, this is something I wanted to share, and I already shared on my Instagram story actually the other day. This is very inspirational. So, have you watched the movie, like a Netflix movie called K-pop Demon Hunters? K-pop Demon Hunters だっけ? Yeah. I mean, that went viral, so I'm pretty sure many of you guys have watched it. But anyways, the girl who sings songs in the movie, she used to be a K-pop trainee, right? And she walked on it, to become K-pop idol for about like 10 years, right? She was training as a, at the K-pop, like training for over 10 years, but she never picked up. She never made it to debut, right? So, but she didn't give up, right? She started like writing like music, like creating music instead of like training as a K-pop star. And then eventually, she started to write songs for K-pop idols or things like that. And then she made it to create musics for the K-pop demon hunters. And because the movie hit off, recently she's been singing, like performing as an artist, singing songs in K-pop demon hunters in public. So she's successful now as a singer after getting rejected by like K-pop idol industry once. And then recently she got awards, right? So she got a Grammy awards. I think that was a Grammy. Yeah, it's a big title. And the first Asian woman in history that who got the award. So she made a history. And then in that speech, she said, rejection is redirection. Rejection is redirection. I think this is very inspirational. And then, especially people nowadays, a lot of people think rejection like the end of the world, right? I got rejected from this, so my life is over. I'm screwed up, you know. So I will never try anything again, right? I think a lot of people make that kind of conclusion after one or two rejections. But I think I also believe that getting rejection is like the chance to like rebuild something, chance to learn from the failure, from the rejection, right? Sorry. It was supposed to be inspirational talk, but yeah, I kind of ruined it. But guys, you guys want what I mean, right? Like if you make mistake, if something didn't go well, you think about it. You get feedback. You analyze what happened, and you can just reset, you know, redo it again. Just don't have same mistakes. That's not cool, but you can just, life goes on. You can try again. And then eventually that kind of trial and errors will make a huge success. So take that way. And one failure, one rejection is like nothing. Maybe that is where it starts even, right? If everything is going well, that might be a red flag even. But if something is not going well, that is the chance for you to improve your life. So take that way and then don't give up on everything just because one failure, one mistake, one rejection. You know what I mean? That's in a city like Tokyo. There's a place in the outback that reached 57. 57? Wow. So people live underground. Wow. すごいね。It can look like the Wild West, a bit surprising, especially at first. ねえ。ねえ、guns でしょ? Yeah, people carrying guns or owning guns even. Yeah, that's kind of trippy to me. Do you have katana in Japan? Like, katana is from where? Oh, do you mean like, is it allowed to carry katanas in Japan? Is that what you are asking? Because katana is from Japan, and then we have katana industry. Yes, there are katanas in Japan. Um, so I assume it's like, do people actually own katana? Is it allowed to carry them? That kind of question, right? Uh, to that, yes, some people own katanas and then maybe display it in the house or something like that. Even Ask Japanese, 違う、Ask Shogo か。Ask Shogo. He's a big YouTuber. He's selling katana these days because he does kobudo じゃなくて he does martial arts, like Japanese traditional martial arts that use katana, and he has real katanas and he's selling it even for overseas. So check out if you want katanas, Japanese like real katanas. And I have katanas, but it's not for cutting something or anyone. It's for performance. I do katana dancing. Um, So I have katana, and it's fake katanas, but it's technically not allowed to carry it as it is, any type of katanas, especially real katanas. You can't just have it and then walk around publicly, in public. You have to put it into some kind of case. So you can't show katanas in public. Yeah. So you have to put it in a case and then carry it. So that's what I do. Yeah. Same gun crime very rare in Australia. Also, that's good. I'm guessing your only home defense is a katana. あのね、not so many people even have weapon, okay? It rarely happens. People don't really own weapon here to protect themselves because nobody really attack you. まあ I mean, especially like women who live like alone, they are prepared. Like they have, maybe they put pepper spray. You can ready yeah at home, and then if someone breaks in, they can defend themselves. Or maybe like you can use knives, but like I haven't really thought about it. Like maybe pepper spray. Pepper spray. And some like traditional houses, they have like bokto, which means wooden katana. Wooden katana. You can't cut anything. It's a wooden sword, but it can be a weapon. Some people have that, but we don't really own those things. It's not like the US. People don't really do that. It might be like shocking. Not so many people here. Like we have like maybe there are like cameras. People set cameras, and a lot of like apartment here have like auto lock system that you can't really break into an apartment. So the security of our apartments are already kind of like pretty secure. I don't know, like I don't really see people who have like weapon in their house, and then to be prepared, that like not like katanas, not even katanas. Katanas are for like martial arts and displaying in Japan, not really for weapon. Almost nobody has katanas for self-protection. No, it's kind of like an interesting question. It's kind of an interesting question to me. Yeah. If I think about it, no, not so many people do that. Yeah. Rather than that, people use like alarming system. Like if somebody breaks in, like alarm goes off very loud. So とか like or security camera, like to scare robberies away. Things like that. People do those things rather than like actually fight against predators. You know what I mean? そうだね。 Women might have some pepper spray because if some beefy men came in, usually women can't really fight against them, right? So rather than having guns or katanas, I mean guns are not even allowed, but they'd rather have like pepper spray or alarm systems, security systems, things like that. Yeah, interesting question, actually. Yeah. You can buy a gun at your local Walmart in the USA. Is it true? I've never seen it, but maybe, you know, I haven't been to that kind of states. Maybe. Okay, I have to catch up the chat. Gun defense in Japan is basically a katana and a blade of honor. Yeah, just an honor. The first time I went to Japan, I saw a gun shop in Tokyo, rifles. でも there are not so many places like that, and then you have to have license, you have to have like certification and stuff to own those things. Yeah. Legally married? That doesn't sound legal. That's what I'm saying. I found out guns are not illegal in Japan. To get one, you have to fill out a lot of paperwork. Yeah, paperwork. Yeah, and it takes 6 months for approval. そっかそっか. Yeah. But the ratio of people who own guns, it's very low. It's very low. I'm a failure in everything, so giving up on everything completely, relationships and work. Like, don't be like that. Don't say that. Like, never give up. Like, there are always a way to improve yourself, improve your life. So, don't give up. Yeah, just start making small successes. You don't have to be like millionaire, or you don't have to be like, a man who always can get laid. No, it's like find something small at first. Oh, but two more breakage, two more. See ya. Oh, Stig, welcome back. How's it going? Have you watched K-drama? I'm not really big on K-pop or K-dramas in general, but big titles like K-pop demon slayers, K-pop demon hunters, or Squid Games. I watch those things. Yeah. I gave up on a relationship because it felt one-sided every time we broke up. She was the one who would come back to me, but I don't understand why she always comes back to me after leaving. That sounds toxic. You gotta get out of there. Yeah. Just give up on that relationship and then just look for other opportunities. Yeah. That sounds toxic. She just want attention, and you don't give a shit on those things. Just keep moving forward. She didn't speak English. I've been teaching her, and she has been teaching me Japanese. We would use ChatGPT to communicate sometimes. Okay, language barrier for sure. I can relate to EJ's struggles as a Korean woman myself. I honestly find myself happier in Japan. So you are in Japan and married to two people. That's not legal. So I think that's it's not an official marriage. I understand. It sounds like hmm? Anyone who has been a trainee for 10 years has learned a lot, even it doesn't quite fit their ideal image. That's okay. The skills are there. For sure, for sure. Especially like being a K-pop idol, you have to learn dancing, you have to learn singing, like a very like high skill singing, um, sometimes acting, and languages like Japanese and English and Chinese. It's like a lot. So yeah, even when you got rejected from one thing, one industry, you still learned so many things, right? Um, yeah, she's still highly talented even if she didn't fit their mold exactly. In the center of Australia, it's uninhabitable. Hey, そうなんだ. I haven't given up, but I'm also comfortable with myself, so if it happens, it happens, but if not, then I'm okay with that. Cool. まあね, I think at, at, at your age, you are already, comfortable. And then, you don't have to be desperate or you don't have to try so hard. And you accept that. That's like, yeah, you can go with like, you can be chill about it. That's true. Greetings. How forest though? Hmm? I have a katana, a tiny little one I used to open mail. Okay, I think that's just a knife. Oh. Have you posted any dancing videos lately? Not really, not really. Because I'm still like training. When it comes to katana dancing, yeah, I don't really do contemporary dancing anymore. Um, and I don't know the kenbu katana dancing. Their policy about social media. Maybe because it's like a kind of like a um, traditional performing arts. They might not like it when I just practice so dancing and then put it on social media freely. They might want to control those things. So I'm not posting on social media. But if I do, it's gonna be here, right? Uh, yeah, and then eventually I will ask them if I can post on Instagram. Her only home defense is Hiro. No one will break in with Hiro on girl. Hiro Kane is, yeah. There are other ways to defend yourself other than shooting someone. Exactly, right? Like I told you, pepper spray or like alarm systems and stuff like that. Well, natto is also a weapon, right? Yeah, it's sticky and yucky, icky yucky, yeah. Throw mochi at them so it sticks their feet. Right? Yeah, yeah. You guys have a great idea. I'm traveling to a business meeting in Japan. Is there anything specific thing I should know about there as a Hispanic? Like, you have to be specific. Like business? Business meeting? Things you have to expect from meetings in Japan? Like, what do you actually want to know as a Hispanic? I'm confused. God give you good moral. The shadows of night have long since fallen. Like, what? KGB, welcome back. What good would a weapon in your home be for a woman? Because the woman get followed home, having something in your bag seem more useful. ね、なんか、yeah, like I don't think it's well known among women in Japan, even when those things happen, like stalking, chicken, touching body, getting touched their bodies in the trains, on the trains, English, on the trains or public transportation. But I don't think we, as Japanese women, we don't have many tools to fight back against it. I mean, there are some solutions like women-only cars in trains. We just get on it if we. Not every trains have women-only car, but that's one way to avoid molesting, stalking. I think that's the issue. Like in Japan, because it's relatively safe, right? It's a very safe country. You're less likely to get robbed or, break in to someone's house and then, attack people. It's very rare. So we don't really educated. We are not really educated to protect ourselves, I think. Like people believe it doesn't really happen, right? And then we are kind of like believe that we don't need like very aggressive self-protection. I mean, when it comes to kids, usually like alarm, like a small alarm, you can use when they feel very scared or like unsafe. They can go off alarm, stuff like that. But other than that, pepper sprays are not even common. Knives are not allowed to carry. Not to mention guns. Like, yeah, that's also like kind of like a downside. Like you can't really prepare to like really fight against predators, right? うん、そうだね。Yeah, it's kind of something to think about. Are we going to see Hiro? Hiro time is over. Like 30 minutes ago, かな? Not a lot of home invasions in Japan or Australia. Does happen, but we have knives, dogs, bats even. Okay. Only hunting rifles at Walmart. Oh, okay. But you can get rifles. すごいね。Go to the gym and eat lots of meat and that will solve most of life's problem. まあね、まあ health. Yes, health is important. Like, yeah, like if you are feeling like you need to improve something, then usually walk out, eat healthy, and sleep. That will solve like many things, right? Yeah, many things. Then that might open to other like ways and solutions, ideas to improve yourself. So yeah. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. Always someone worse off than yourself. Exactly. So my question is, I am an American guy who is self-employed, makes decent money and have a good life, but love Japanese culture and would live a family at some point. I will be visiting Japan in summer. So your question is what? I don't see any questions there. Or is it like not done yet? Any advice on where to go or see that would be a place for meeting nice Japanese ladies would be looking. I will be there for 2 months in June and July. Hmm? I actually, I don't know. I don't know what you're actually looking for. Like, are you looking for Japanese woman, like local Japanese woman, and eventually like have family in the U.S. or are you actually open to relocate to Japan? Like that will make the huge difference. And even like any advice on where to go, like what are you looking for, right? Are you looking for a woman who would move to the US? Um, in that case, things are very difficult. Like even like wherever you go in Japan, like and then you only be there for 2 months and then don't have any other plans to come back, then what are you looking for there? That's most of women would question you, right? Like, so you are here in Japan for like short period of time, and then what's your plan? And then if you are actually open to relocate to Japan or like visit Japan regularly, then yeah, like I actually share many like places to go on my like Instagram post, so take a look. But yeah, I think you get the idea from these like posts and reels I share on Instagram. But it depends. It depends. It depends. Like if you actually want like more accurate advice, because I don't know you, I only know like small pieces of information about you, and I don't know what you actually want in the future. It's kind of hard to give like advice like do this and then you'll get a girlfriend. No, it's not like that. If you actually want like more like detailed like tailored advice, then please come to my dating advice service. It's in the link. You can set a meeting with me, and then I can actually, consult, not over the chat. Self-defense in Japan is strictly limited. Article 36 states that self-defense is only permissible to repel an immediate unlawful attack. I'm a huge fan of keeping guns legal in America, but never once in Japan did I think. I really wish I had a gun to defend myself. I do wish Japan would let women have pepper spray for creeps, though. I'm with it. Maybe, if I was in the US, I would definitely consider learning how to use guns and then own it. To, in some worst cases, I might have to use it. But in Japan, like I've never thought about it. I've never thought about I need a gun. I want to keep a gun, you know. Yeah, and if Japan let that happen once, there's no way back. If people start to owning a gun for self-defense, we can never stop doing people doing so. So I want to keep that way, but of course, yes, pepper spray, like small, like not extreme self-defense items should be allowed, you know. Bats, baseball bats. そっちか。I thought it was like because dogs and bats. I thought it was like bats, Batman. You know. そっかそっか。確かに確かに。Baseball bats. Right, right. うん。Open to relocation to Japan. あ、そっか。Yeah. Well, you need to be convincing. I actually shared on my recent short on YouTube and Instagram. You need to be convincing. まあでも、if you're open to relocate to Japan, you still have to communicate, right? Like you are not just visiting to and seeing those women for like short-term thing. Because if you're not living in Japan, currently not living in Japan, that's what people assume, right? So you need to be very clear about your intention. I'm looking for a cheap Skyline GTR. There are many like cheap Skyline, used Skyline, right? On it. Dog. When in Florida, Ashton Tanaka should browse dating apps. It's a really surprising difference between Florida and Japan. Yeah, I can definitely assume that. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll actually do that. I'm kind of curious and see how different it is. you know? Oh, sure. Welcome back. We missed you. Promethean kitchen. Hi. Every American should be allowed to have a tank. tank. More guns, more safe, more freedom. そうね。Americans. I'm like the fart in the wind. fart in the wind. Interesting, yeah. Actually, I think I. Oh, so cool. Okay. Oh. All right. Sorry, just me. You you're going hiking in Japan, don't bring a pocket knife with a blade longer than 5.5 centimeter. It will be classified as a weapon. そうね。Only like tiny small knives are allowed. You have a new batch waiting for you. Right. そうだね。Yes, yes. Definitely. I got a new batch for you. Sure. Yeah. Elbergel. Thanks for what you do, Asagi. Oh, I met a wonderful girl in Japan on my trip. Those were the best dates I've ever been on. She inspired me to learn Japanese. I'm on N5 material right now. Good luck. Ooh, that's great. Great to hear. For our information, where did you go to find those women in Japan? Please share with us. Share with us. And real world, thanks for the super chat. I worry about sharks in Florida. Not sharks, not alligators. Sharks, sharks. Okay. definitely worth a badge for you. これかな? What didn't I give you so far? I don't know. Duck, bowing duck. ありがとうございます. Thank you. And big lizards, yeah, right. 巣鴨ね、巣鴨. Town for old folks in Japan. Yeah. Good luck, Japanese people talk way too quickly to learn vocabulary, but old people seem to talk slowly enough to understand a little bit. So now, I think also, I think many English learners, anyone who have learned like second language, they know it's difficult when you speak the language so quickly, right? Like for example, I speak very easy, like simple Japanese with like Japanese learners, right? I don't go like because I know that when American people or when Westerners do that to me, I can't. It's hard for me to understand what they're saying. So I usually use like simple vocabulary with like a little, slow, clear pronunciation. I kind of forget to do that to Justin because we talk each other all the time. And then, he's like very advanced Japanese learner. So I tend to forget and then I just talk Japanese like I normally do. Which, I have to sometimes think about it. I know. But yeah, I usually slow it down. And I think any Japanese people who also maybe have learned English, or, they will do the same if they are compassionate enough. So yeah, I think it's about age thing. My older people tend to speak slower. That's also it. But also like how the person know how much they know how difficult it is to learn other languages. Good point, alligators. If I could only go to the city in Japan, even just to travel, what is the best city? If I could only go one city ね。What is the best city? Like, I always like kind of because I guess I'm too serious, right? Like, hey, Asaki, where should I go in Japan? Like, tell me more. You know, what kind of activity do you actually like, right? I don't want to recommend, like, for example, I don't really recommend onsen for those who have like tattooed up so many tattoos on their body, or I don't want to suggest doing like outdoor activities for those who are like not into outdoor activities. So I need more information, like to be more accurate. I guess I get too seriously. People ask these kind of questions to just casually wanna see the option that locals would think about, but kind of like messes me up sometimes. How vague these questions are. Yeah, I know. I'm just being too serious about this. But what I usually recommend is onsen, right? Onsen, hot springs. I think hot springs are amazing, amazing, amazing. And you know, for those who have tattoos, there are like places. It's a little more expensive, but you know, private onsen, like hotel room. There are hotel rooms that has like a small onsen attached to it, and then you can just use it for yourself or your with your partner, your family, right? And then it's not public; it's a private onsen, so there's no limitation for like tattoos or anything. Um, so do that, and then the famous like easy destination for onsen is probably like Hakone. Hakone. You can actually do a day trip from Tokyo. It's close to Tokyo, so yeah. Oh, sure. Thanks for joining the membership. Thank you, thank you. I learned how to read hiragana and katakana 2 weeks after leaving Tokyo. Wow, that's good. That's a good pace. I missed my green name. Thank you, thank you. Hi, I applied for language school in Tokyo in October with a long-term plan to stay and integrate. Should I worry about the current political cultural tensions with foreigners? Not so much as not as much as American politics. Guys, it's much more mild here. And then not gonna lie, those kind of hate go towards more like certain ethnicities, like sea country, mainly sea country. Okay. So it's not like mainly towards American or Europeans or other countries. But as long as you as a person move to Japan, and then do like a normal thing and then like behave, you don't do crazy things. Then you should be fine. There are always people around you who welcome you, and that's all that matters, right? So, yeah. There are some exceptions though. I definitely see like for example, creators in Japan, like content creators in Japan, even when they are like for example, white, like obviously European, American, North American creators getting like a very right wing kind of comments on their content, even though they are just doing in English. There are Japanese people coming to their channel, their accounts, and then like, oh, we are sacrificing ourselves to sustain this system in Japan, right? Like healthcare insurance, all the, tax and shit, you know. And then some of you guys, maybe not you, but some of you guys take advantage of our system without trying anything. Like you guys just move here and then like misuse our system. I don't want you to do that. Like that kind of comments, I see that actually, which is kind of crazy, but because they are being public also. Yeah, they are being public, hence Japanese right wingers, they find them and then give comments like that, right? It must be uncomfortable. um, yeah, you see that kind of mainly internet reactions. Uh, but like as you being like a normal worker, normal citizen in Japan, then should be fine. There are always people who support you, who welcome you, who appreciate you living in Japan, and then try to learn Japanese culture, try to fit in, as long as you try to do so. So I don't think there is like a big issue. Mm. Robot, hello. There are private onsen for small groups, like you have mixed gender friends that you could book in Japan. Yeah, sure. They don't ask you, like there are like no, they don't ask you to be like same sex, same gender. Like you can just book one room with people who can fit in. like if it's a room for four, then you can go in with four people. That's it. Don't be a terrorist and you'll be fine. Like not even I, or don't be like Johnny Somali, or don't be like I don't know. You know what I mean. Frank, thanks for the super chat. Super chat. I'll give you Gaga Gaga sticker. Mochi duck, strawberry mochi duck. Yeah. Thank you. And then the main change in tourism just that you might have to pay more now. Yeah, seems like facilities like tourists places, tourists entertainment, they are raising their prices for tourists. Well, which is not just Japan, so and then Japan is currently very cheap, so I don't think that is a big thing, to be honest. Give me Shuro's badge. Wait, what a new badge. Give it to Sure, miss his name on the board. Ah, okay, okay. そっか. Okay, okay. I see ya. I see ya. Thanks, Frank. こうか. Yep. Yes, there's a badge. I specifically thought about you guys, Frank and Sure. Yes, this is Yoiski. Yoiski badge. Can you see? Yoiski って書いてある。Yoiski. Yeah. まあ、yoi means to get drunk. And this is a whiskey. So it's a drunken whiskey. Whiskey guy. Drunk whiskey guy. It's actually supposed to place like this, you know? Uh, I'm so drunk. I'm so drunk, you know? Yeah. Little drunken whiskey guy goes to sure. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the friendship, Frank and sure. Ahang Kotiang. Are Indians heavily discriminated against in the dating scene in Japan compared to other foreigners? Isn't that a very sensitive question to answer? Like this type of ethnicity discriminated in Japanese dating market? Wow. Oh. Like do you are you ready for this? I'm actually like this is I know this is very sensitive, right? Very sensitive. And then it's gonna be definitely like a no BS answer for you if you are Indian descent. Are you ready for this? Super excited for 2026, quitting my job and enrolled in Japanese school in Tokyo in April. Ooh, then hopefully a job in 2 years. That's good, that's good. Rooting for you, Miranik. Culture butter. In my 8 trips to Japan, feeling like I was hated for being a foreigner has been rare. Though last weekend we went to Takayama and I thought I was getting dirty looks, but it might have been in my head. Takayama ってどこだろう? I don't know where. Dirty look. Yeah, I think it's just in your head, but I would like to say so. But I don't know the exactly the look they are giving to you, you know. Sure. Oh my god, best badge, right? Spilled whiskey, yes. Now I'll send it to Frank. Cheers. Thanks for the friendship. Thank you. Well, to Frank, I will just give back to the Mochi Gaga. Thank you so much for the support. I'm okay with painful realities. Okay. まあね、まあ、since you asked, and I'm not only saying about Indians, right? I see that dating Japanese women, まあ、Japanese people, as Indians or, Southeast Asian people, like maybe, for example, Thai or なんだっけ、Nepal とか。Yeah, there are so many Nepalians here. And I think the dating market for them is quite hard, if I be honest, right? And then that's, I mean, part of it might be discriminations, like, and then that goes to many other ethnicities, maybe like even like American people, right? Some people are like, it never works. You know, relationship dating with American people, it never works. It's not my option. Like it's more like not discrimination, but they just believe it's not gonna work because language barriers. They live outside Japan. They might go back to their country. Like all the things. International dating in general. There are some people who don't think that's an option, right? I was used to. I used to be. I used to think that way too when I was younger, right? There are that kind of people already. But I think the reason is like other than people who just don't like certain people. Other than that, those are people are just helpless. It's not your option either. So forget about them. But when it comes to like people who are open to do intercultural relationship and not choosing that type of foreigners, maybe Indians とか, is that I think the biggest is the sense of hygiene is very different, right? Sense of hygiene. If you come to Japan, you see it. Towns, cities are generally very clean, very clean. You can drink tap waters, no worries. You don't get sick or anything. Like, and everything is like facilities, public toilets. It's generally very clean compared to other countries, right? And then people take care of themselves very well. Like not just taking shower every day. And in fact, I believe, I believe there are people who don't take shower. Like that's not normal. That's not normal in other countries, right? So I think, and then when I see Southeast Asian men with Japanese women, they really take care of themselves well. Not just fashion, but they are very like super clean looking, right? They are really being careful about it, like head to toe, right? So, like, maybe in your country it's fine, but if you want to come to Japan and want to date Japanese women, you have to stay on top of it, like head to toe fashion, and then how you take care of yourself, like your hair, your skincare, like nails, hands, like everything, right? Not just shower. I'm not talking about just shower. People think I'm taking shower every day. I'm clean. I look clean. I'm enough to go dating market. No. Like, oh, this is an endless lecture. It's gonna be an endless lecture when it comes to talking about like hygiene in Japan. Like how you do laundry matters too. For example, right? Laundry. What do you think? You might feel like, oh, I'm doing laundry every week, so I should be fine. Like if you're doing laundry once a week, like some of the clothes are staying stinky for a week. And that kind of stinks even after washing just once with like a normal detergent. Right? It's gonna be stinky. because it's really stuck in your clothes, right? And if your washing machine has a lot of mold because you are not really cleaning your washing machine, then it's gonna stink. You're gonna stink like a mold as well. So even just doing laundry, there are many things to pay attention to, right? Especially to match with Japanese people's sense of hygiene, right? So, yeah, yeah. And I think that's a big thing when it comes to dating in Japan, especially with Japanese women. You really need to pay attention to hygiene. ね。スキンケアとかね。スキンケア is one thing. そう。そう。And then I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's true, but I sometimes check like Japanese influencers who live in like India or like まああとはスリランカとか those countries. They sometimes many times they see like people who don't take shower every day even, which is like in Japan it's like no. So I think that there is the cultural difference, cultural gap between like Southeast Asian countries and Japan when it comes to like hygiene in general. And then you need to check every single point if you want to match with that kind of standard in Japan. Here comes the juicy info. Yeah. If a Japanese woman is willing to date foreigners, there's going to be a real reason for it. If you're lucky, it's because they like the personality and dating dynamics of foreigners. If you're unlucky, it's because she has a lack of options in Japan, and then you have to stop and ask why she doesn't have options in Japan. Huh. The discrimination is no worse than in their home countries with caste system, a caste system or other family hierarchies. Right, they have caste system. Yeah. People cannot date with other like 何 other 何 rank じゃなくて何 like basically if you are poor you can never date affluent people like in India, right? It's kind of like tabooed, prohibited, right? 確かに when it comes to that, yeah, Japan don't have that. Should I clean my vacuum too? If necessary. Smell is important in Japan. Yes. It's best to avoid any smells at all. Yes. Yeah, that's the すごいこれね。これも this is also like a no BS. Like I'm just saying the what happened, what my female friend talked about yesterday. So I went to the sword dancing class yesterday, right? And then it was in Tokyo. One of the girls came in and then looked very sick. Like, I feel not unwell みたいな。I feel sick みたいな。Apparently, she was on the bus. She came there by bus. She was on the bus, and there were a bunch of foreigners. She didn't specify which country, right? There were so many foreigners in the bus, which is fine. But those foreigners had so much fragrance, right? So much fragrance. So Japanese people are very sensitive when it comes to smell and scent in general, right? Because those fragrances were too strong, and then everybody wears different kind of fragrance. It's all mixed, and that created a very extreme scent that made her feel motion sickness with that smell. So she felt really like sick, right? And then she talked about that. And then that kind of happened to me too. Uh, there was a foreigner near me who was wearing so much fragrance. And then I felt sick, you know. So strong scent of cologne even is not preferred in Japan, except for like clubbing scene or that kind of places. Like a little bit is okay, right? But I think the little bit is different there and here as well. So the best is make yourself clean. Don't use fragrance. That's the best. That is the nani. I think that's the most safe option. But if you are still kind of like self-conscious about it, or if you want to be edgy, a little bit, like 1 or 2 pushes maximum of cologne is fine. Don't push all over yourself. Just a little bit. 1 push of cologne is fine, but not any more than that. Yeah. Time to get laser hair removal, I guess. So many men here in Japan even do that because facial hair is. But when it comes to Japanese people, Japanese guys, facial hair is not preferred in Japan. So rather than shaving every day, men these days go to hair removal and just clean hair, Indian spices in the food make you as a person smell like those spices. It's not a bad smell. It's definitely noticeable. Yeah. I kind of have to argue with that. まあでも、would those spices actually change your body odor? Does it? Would it? Really? Perhaps. I know that, like, protein content, right? Like, if what you eat is mostly like protein content, that makes your body odor stinky in general. Like your sweat stinky, your poop stinky, because it's just too much protein to deal with in our body. That makes you kind of like stinky. If it's too much protein and not really anything else. But spices, does it actually change your body odor? And even so, if you are taking care of yourself very well, like maybe shower twice a day. I mean, especially before the date, take shower before the date, and then put some like like stick, BO stick, 何 deodorant stick, um, and then wipe your sweat time to time. Then you don't smell like spices, right? So yeah. Still, you can do something about it even though you are eating like spices all the time. Mm. Even strong deodorant is no, no. Yeah, yeah. The stream is so full of good info. No BS info though. Which I don't really want to talk about it because I'm sure there are people who get offended. Like, yeah. Because the person who actually asked, the Indian guy, is not here anymore. No? Are you still here? Are you still with us? Right? He's gone. Because he didn't like my answer. No? Yeah. So, yeah. I think people get offended. But this is true though. Like Japanese people have a really like almost too much sense of hygiene, and especially after COVID, people's hygiene level is like super high. So this is something you wanna keep that in your mind. Keep it in your mind. You know what I mean? Yeah. Taking notes. Yeah, please, please. The bus is a giant rolling cloud of perfume. Yeah, I assume. Bus is, まあね, not like I get motion sickness on buses sometimes. But if I open the window a little bit, um, make the air flow, it's much better. But yeah, thinking about many like people, I mean, regardless of their nationality, if there are many people wearing fragrance in the bath, I would probably feel sick too. Not gonna lie. Yeah. Contaminated in a bath. Yeah, exactly. I usually dip myself in a giant vat of cologne. I mean, that's fine in the US, right? But probably not in Japan. What about scented oils or fragrances in your living space? I guess that's fine. Guess that's fine. That might, you know, your clothes, you might pick up some scents from the room, but I guess that's not like harsh, right? As a gym bro, I shave my whole torso. Oh, okay. Good, good. I take people on a case by case basis. Uh, okay. I like to be the point of difference. Very hairy. Hairy guy. Well, when it comes to hair, I think you can get away with it if you're a foreigner, right? Like Asians, like even Asians, like Japanese men, like locals, you know, it's kind of disliked to have beard on their faces, but foreigners, it's fine as long as it's like shorter, like goatee is probably not a good idea, but if it's a little bit like Justin has a little bit, and then I don't mind it at all. And I don't think so many women are disgusted by Justin's kind of beard. A lot of the fragrances don't mix with the body chemistry. What it smells like out of the bottle is not the same when it mixes on the body. Just saying. Oh, more like professional kind of. Visit Japan in the summer. Don't bring deodorant and walk everywhere at height noon in the sun in shorts. I think I got that right. Height noon in the. I didn't get it. What if you are dating a space girl? Spice girl? Spice girl. ですか? British girl band? or like girls who like spices? No. I believe some people have a disconnect between their nose and brain. あ、ね、本当に。うん。うん。I wanna be ziggy ziggy. Whoosh. Went right over my head. Shadow, welcome back. Timothy, welcome back. I'm very holistic beef, tallow, and natural essential oils are my skincare. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Taking care of your skin, that's a plus point. Showering twice a day doesn't help with that. Better than not, don't do that. Better than not doing it, for sure. But yeah, what you eat affects some on your BO, yeah. I'm hairy from head to toe. Hairy かな? I'm hairy from head to toe. There's no fighting it, so I've embraced it. Even lasering comes back and removing it causes full body rash. Needless to say, my Japan dating options are limited. まあでも、like I said, if you're a foreigner, and then at least if it's trimmed well on your facial, when it comes to your facial hair, is fine, most of the cases it's fine. Of course, it depends on the person. Some people just don't look well with or without beard. They find the best hairstyle that fits you. Please offend the Reddit neckbeard, please. Neckbeards ね。Offended, like your friend on the bus. まあそうだよね。It goes both ways. I'm from New Zealand and we eat quite a bit of dairy products. I once was told from someone from Turkey that I smell like butter. Okay, smell like butter. Smells like butter. You told him to be prepared. I did, right? I did. And then he was like, fine, I can deal with that. And then he doesn't show up anymore. You can smell some people before you see them and long after they are gone. Exactly, yeah. Beards are a sign of low testosterone in the US because masculinity is so important in the US, and Japan it's not. It's not as important as much. Yeah, I think especially American people, my European people, obsessed with masculinity, both men and women. You know, men believe they have to be so masculine. Women are more women are expect men to be very masculine, right? So it's kind of like you guys chill, you guys like chill. Yeah. I've been told it makes me look wise. Yeah, like, especially when you are like middle age or even older and then having like beard, it's kind of like a Gandalf kind of situation, like wise person みたいな. Mm. Do Japanese people burn incense incense in their homes? Would it just be if they have one of those family shrine things? Incense? What's that? I'm bald, bearded, and shredded, so guess I'm fucked then. Oh, okay, okay. But you got that style, right? Usually bald men probably it's better idea to keep a little beard to like balance out the hair situation. And yeah, shredded is not a bad thing. Bad thing. A lot of Japanese women are attracted to like muscle man. But like how much muscle? Like are you like do you look like a beast kind of muscle? Uh, My beard has streaks of gray now. I'm old now. Yeah, that's what Justin is saying. It's same. I think Justin and you are almost same age. Like we are same age, right? Yeah, Justin's the same thing. Yeah, he has a little like white gray hair with his beard. Yeah. My beard has streaks of black hair. Okay. Oh. If you have a beard, just don't drive a little Tacoma. Tacoma って何 US Toyota Hilux. Hilux? I still don't know how to pronounce Toyota correctly. そうだね、トヨタだね。トヨタ。うん。トヨタ。トヨタ。うん。トヨタ。Toyota. Yeah, that's American pronunciation. Yeah. Are you in Japan? Yeah, you must be new. You must be new. Yeah, I am in Japan. For those who don't know, it should be mentioned that most of Asian people do not get the smell in their underarms. Oh, no, some people don't have weird smell. I certainly do have smell, but I take care of it. I put deodorant and stuff, and then that's fine. Yeah, but some people don't even need that, which is crazy to me too. Yeah. There are Korean surgeries to remove the smelly pores from your armpits. Ah, in Japan too. でもね, that surgery is a lot of pain. I mean, pain from like the physical pain, but also like, you can't really move your arms for like a month, because you have to put something on your armpits and then you have to kind of stay that way as much as possible. Yeah, to heal your armpits. So yeah, you have to do that on your vacation or something like that. Yeah, it takes long to heal. I mean, it doesn't take so long, but the fact that you can't really move your arms is kind of like pain in the ass, right? So you have to choose the time very carefully. And yeah, but yeah, we have that in Japan too. Mm. So there's, and it costs. It costs like, if you come to Japan and do that, then it's cheaper. Even Korea, it's even more cheaper, I guess. In Japanese yen, it's 100万円 1 million, 10 million, 100 million yen. 100 million yen, around 100 million yen, which is, to me, a lot. A lot. It's pricey. For you guys, it's like, it's like 6 to 700,000. Yeah, $7,000 around that kind of range. Not cheap, not cheap. We have been talking about foreigners that smell, but isn't Japan the country that asks participants of events to shower before they come? Seems a bit like double standard. 知らない. I don't know that. I don't know about that. They require you to take shower to the event, to some event? I don't know. My beard helps remain moisture though, since I live in a cold climate, my skin gets dry very easily. That's your convenient. Women don't care. でも, if you want to keep it, keep it. If that's how you are. I'm not, like, if it's more comfortable for you, then keep it. But I'm just saying, like, not so many Japanese women are into, like, fully beard. That's what I'm saying. Accepting that Japanese women often don't care that much about men being masculine, I found difficult to accept at first. Oh, そこそこ. It still seems odd to me. Wouldn't you want your men to be men, not judging? 確かにね. I get where it comes from. I get where it comes from. そうだね. I think, though, my understanding is that, sure, Japanese women also require men to be men in certain point, certain level. Maybe take the lead, plan dates, especially in the early stage of dating. Like they expect you to take the lead a lot of times, but not like the way American men being masculine. Like super testosterone, super beefy. And I will protect you kind of vibes. It's not much necessary. I mean, it's nice to have, but I think women here want, like, I'm talking about like more like good women in Japan, right? They want partners, right? To work with together, work with, their goals and aspirations together, right? Like, hey, I can make some money, and then I only need you this much. I don't want you to take care of everything about me. I don't want you to be too masculine, and then, don't share anything negative with me. Like, because some, like, masculine men don't show their emotion, don't show their, like, vulnerable side. and then keep it like I'm a man. I just gotta deal with it. I just gotta, and don't really share with their partner even. But I think Japanese women want to share, want to talk about it, want to work on it together. I think good women are like that. A lot of good women here are like that. And then, well, also, the beauty standard in Japan, and when it comes to like outside of your masculinity, look at those K-pop idols. They are almost like women. They look like girls. And that kind of beauty standard is heavy in Japan. So not a lot of women prefer super masculine figure in general. I think there are those two sides. But yeah, interesting to think about. Yeah. I look like a discount Jason Statham. Well, Asian. I'm sure some women are into those figure. Masculinity varies from culture to culture. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I think masculinity here in Japan might be different from American masculinity. Yeah. Anyone who thinks that Japanese people don't get body odor has never been on the train in Japan in the summertime. Well, that's not fair. I mean, I admit trains in summertime stink, but it's also like you've been experienced Japanese like hot, super humid, like brutal summer. Like how can you not sweat, right? Yeah. But also, women's only train don't smell, don't smell, even in summer. It's mostly like you know all the guys, like men and women trains. Mm, if I be honest, I hope to move to Japan soon. Tired of living in the U.S. Yeah, I hope yeah, I hope you find peace in Japan. Mm. I think I would rather smell bad than have surgery. Well, でもね, some people are very self-conscious about it. And then, like I told you, some people don't have dating option because of that, right? Because they stink. So, yeah, some people are very self-conscious and want to remove it. Yeah. If you've been in an Uber in summer here, you'd be glad the driver wears deodorant. Well, some. そうだね。very closed situation. Korea is insane when it comes to beauty standards. Don't let them set the international standard. I agree. I agree with you, but also it's not up to me, up to us. 本当にね、younger generation are into Korean things, so and I don't think we can stop it. ね。I personally, yeah, like there are many signs, aspects of like Korean K-pop, uh, culture of Korea, but their beauty standard, body standard, it's insane. It's suspicious how much she knows about armpit surgery. なんかね, what? Well, no, like I told you, I have some BO going on to myself. I sweat a lot. I sometimes get stinky. Like I'm normal. And oh, and also it's on advertised on train. You see armpit surgery on trains. And I think I got curious about it because there are some men who stinks and then they are limiting their dating option. And then I was like, you know, is it fair to suggest armpit surgery? And I thought about it, right? And then I think I did some research on it, and then it costs like $7,000, $7,000. So I was like, I guess not. Yeah, but you know, if you really are self conscious about it, why not? Removing sweat glands. So there are like apocrine あ何 apocrine sweat holes in your skin, in your, well, especially in your armpit. And then they will remove those apocrine armpit holes. Uh, so you will be much less stinky because it's removed. Yeah. Natural scent is also attractive to the right person. Um, yeah, I think so. I think it's tricky though. I don't want you to take that way. I don't want you to. I want you to understand that you can be smelly, and then right women will come to you for that. No, actually, I think women will like your natural smell, your natural nani scent when she is fall in love with you. She would love however you smell. Because she already fall in love with you, she loves you for who you are. So she can accept it. She might even love it, right? But before women fall in love with you, they don't care about you. I mean, at least, they don't consider you as like a romantic person at this point. And then if you are stinky, they will not fall in love with you. Most likely. Like there might be other aspects she thinks it's attractive, but having a smelly body odor probably don't help unless she had some kind of like fetish or something like that. So you're right. Yeah, if a woman falls in love with you, she will like your smell. Like even though you might be a little stinky, that's your smell. She likes the smell because that's your smell. But to attract women at the beginning, having a strong smell, body odor, doesn't help. You know what I mean? Mm. Oh, it hurts to think about the surgeries. How do they check that? I don't want that job. Right. But there are certain women who are into that. Yeah, like fetish, yeah. And if you want to attract that kind of woman, then go for it, by all means. I wouldn't recommend the knee placement surgery. Oh, yeah. No alpha male energy, basically. What's alpha male? Is that similar to like red pill? I don't know. Hey, Antonio. Wasn't expecting this topic. On Bumble, there's a prompt. The quickest way to my heart is, right? And I see ツッコミ in context. It's to stab it, right? Straightforward, humorous. Quickest way to my heart is ツッコミ Okay. まあね、ツッコミね。何大阪スタイルコメディね。The difficult trade-off in Japan is the woman expects the man to work in Japan with the high-paying job. Easier for the Japanese woman to make You just don't want to move to Japan, right? I see that. I see that. Yeah, I see that. あの but or you just want to you I guess you want to complain like how Japanese women don't move to the US, make their own money in the US. That's much easier than you go to Japan and then make decent amount of money. That's your complaint, right? There are so many women, like especially when it comes to international marriage in Japan, there are so many women married to like English teachers, right? And do English teachers make so much money that like you were talking about? No, probably not. And those women are not expecting their husbands to make so much money. Maybe like English teacher makes like kind of stable money. They at least they have a job. They are not like jobless or anything like that. But I assume not so many English teachers in Japan get paid a lot. But they are still married, right? So I think there's either some kind of misconceptions you have in Japanese women's expectation, or you just don't want to move to Japan. That's fine, but like, what am I supposed to do? What am I like? What do you expect me to say for this? Because you brought up this topic so many times already. So I don't know. I don't know. At this point, I don't know what you are expecting from me. Is Korea into Japan stuff? まあね、これはね、many Korean people are into Japan stuff, like anime とか, and then actually move to Japan. Many Korean people move to Japan, even settle down in Japan. So, yes. But I think it's more like divided. The opinion is divided. There are so many Korean people who hate Japan because of the historical background. But younger generation in general don't have so much like hate towards us, and then some of them are even really into Japan stuff. And then when it comes to Korean men, so many Korean men want to get married to Japanese women and then come into Japan specifically for that. Because, like you might already know, but there are like tense in between Korean men and Korean women. Yeah. And then But the traditional reasons, like in Korean marriage, Korean women expect men to have house, house and cars, and house and cars when they get married, which is like how many people can actually do that, right? Which is a really high demand, and Korean men are kind of like feeling too much about that, and then rather than seeking Korean women, they seek Japanese women because Japanese women tend not to have that kind of threshold, and they think Japanese women are more easygoing or that kind of stuff. So yeah, some Korean people are into Japan stuff. In Showa era movies, men used to be masculine. Yes, yes. I think that was Japanese masculinity, right? Very quiet, do the man thing, protect family みたいな。Very well researched and informed, very professional about the armpit stuff かな。During World War II, the Japanese would single out and remove the few that had underarm smell from submarine too. Is that like for real or like is that a joke? Then it's kind of funny. Now I'm just imagining what everyone smells like. Yeah, like that. I think Japanese people are self-conscious about their body odor in general. I'm not talking about maybe like old guys, but yeah. I hope she loves whiskey. Would be fun to see like 4 or 5 Japanese women discussing topics together. A lot of fun. Sure. It's a brand of soap bar. Irish Spring something is a soap bar. Oh, okay. That's good. Soap smell is good. Yeah, it's preferred in Japan. Asagi, strictly for science, I wish to smell your armpits. 何なんだっけあれ I lost the comment. Strictly for science ね。Science. Right. Like most things, it's mostly the governments that don't like each other, not so much the people. そうだね。And I think Korea and Japan should be more like together, right? Like we are not like extreme like other surrounded countries, like our country or sea country. Like, I think we get along with well. If we can let the history go, though, it's a deep issue, yeah. We say I can't smell the smell of him when we don't like someone. Oh, interesting. Dating talk to gun talk to armpit talk. I know, right? It's yeah. That's the fun thing about us just shooting shit, you know. Yeah. She's in Osaka. Thank you for confirming it's something silly. ツッコミね。そうそうそう。Yeah, what's the title of the video? Yeah. Don't be smelly in Japan. Yeah. Most of these conversations revolve around beers and tattoos, smells, huffing, and so. I can't believe the guy who asked actually just left. You know, like don't even like saying like, "Oh, gotcha," or yeah, "Thanks for answering," and just left. Dude, I didn't want to bring that up. I didn't want to. Like I didn't want to say it to him, but he asks for it. You know? Yeah. English teacher is basically a party trick in Japan. No, party trick. What's party trick? Real estate and online fitness coaching are my two main gigs. Sounds good. Sounds good. He just wants to hear it's her fault. Her fault. Do they want me to own a skyline? Like, what about the skyline? Trends come and go. The beard will rise again like a phoenix. Right. People don't want to put in effort, but they will put in energy to blame. It's a very good time for motivated men right now. Half the dudes have given up. まあそうだよね。It's it's really easy to blame others, and in fact, on social media, there are so many contents just blaming others, right? Like if it's like comes from women, they blame men for doing something. And from like men, they blame women for doing certain things. Like even those men are complaining that women have their rights, right? Apparently, some men think women shouldn't have their human rights, but well, it goes both sides. Some women are just overly being like, entitled, overly entitled, and being like feminazi, kind of like. I get it, and especially yeah. Like it's kind of sad to see. Like we should talk more about the solution. We should more talk about how we can, as men and women, um, how we can coexist, right? Coexist, cooperate each other, right? I saw that there was a drama. There has been a drama going on these days on social media. Uh, there is this kind of a pretty big podcast influencer called なんだっけ CEO CEO Story of CEO だっけ Yeah, like a British guy who talks about like many inspirational stuff, having guests and talk about like important topics. That was his original thing. But recently he started to invite like red pill guys, red pill authorities. And then kind of like started to spread the narrative that society should adjust for red pill guys. You know what I mean? And it's been like a drama on social media. Like many women are calling him out, calling even they are calling Dr. K out because Dr. K was in his podcast in the story Diary of CEO's podcast a few times, and he never, especially specifically for Dr. K's podcast, I I watched it, I listened to it. He never talked about we should protect red pill guys or something like that. But even those women start to attack Dr. K for misreading context. Um, it's very like sad to see. Like, why nobody actually talks about how to, how can we get along? How can we solve this? Like, instead of like, oh, society should adapt to red pill guys, or like, oh, women should be treated even like better than equal とかね like so many like contents attacking each other, and I know it sells well, it gets more views and stuff, but like we should focus more on how to navigate this situation, right? Like rather than blaming each other. And I keep saying this because I think this is important, and my what I do as a dating advisor, what I do is not about giving certain gender favor. Like I'm, you know, as a Japanese woman who has, happy international marriage, I want to spread this to other people. I want to spread this positivity to other people. That's it. Happy international relationship. That's my goal. My intention is never be like attacking certain gender, bringing certain gender down. And I want to be very clear about this, And I know it doesn't sell well. This narrative doesn't sell well. It doesn't go viral. But I need to stick with it, right? Even though it doesn't make money or anything. My sense of justice don't want that. So I can't do it, you know. So yeah, it's a weird time, especially on social media. So many words, like so many fights going on. You're live every 2 weeks? Yes. I'd like to increase more, but with this situation, it's kind of hard. Right now, Heroes Night Terror is much less right now, but Justin has so much workload in his like job, so I can't really let him, watch Hero. I'll do live stream kind of thing. He has to work on weekends too. So yeah, it's kind of hard right now, but as soon as the environment allows, I will do every single weekend. Asagi, turn on the YouTube smell feature so we can smell through the internet. Yeah. If you want max views on people watching this video later, change the subject to armpits in Japan. Armpits Japan? Is that good? I will. Armpits in Japan. いいんじゃない? People were like, what? I gotta click it. See you, nutty nerd. I kid you not. When I first get on a train in Japan, I immediately smell rice. That's kind of racist. Oh my god. Well, でも maybe maybe we smell like rice. Like how? What's the rice smell even? Before you gave the answer, you gave a big disclaimer about how your answer was going to do. I would have left. I would have left too. I thought you were going John Cena ってない John Cena. Where I live in Canada, there are lots of Asian people. If I meet a woman interested in white guys, is she a gaijin hunter because there are so many Asian men she could meet? I mean, I think there is a fine line between gaijin hunter and gaijin hunters and people who prefer other ethnicities for some reason, for a reason. So, yeah, you will find out at some point if she is a gaijin hunter or she just prefers that ethnicity. But it's kind of hard to tell. Some women are obvious, for sure, but yeah. If you smell bad in Japan, would Japanese people let you know? No, not indirectly, at least. If it's about your like body odor, like nani? Like the if that's how you smell, then they might not say anything and just slowly like I mean if it's like friends kind of situation, they probably don't say anything. And if it's like dating status, dating situation, they will probably like ghost you. And if it's about your fragrance, right? If you're putting too much fragrance, and then if they notice that, they will go like something like, "Oh, there's a strong smell here. Oh, I sneeze a lot. I sense a really strong scent here." They say things like that, and you're gonna catch it. You gotta just catch it. I was once in love with a Japanese girl. She was the one that taught me that women are people too. That's good. I'm sure Sora will insert himself into the story somehow. The armpit story? Um, uh, Dude, I troll Sora's stream all the time. Do you? Japanese women work hard. I have a friend that stress out a lot with work. How do you work with work and life balance? How do you work with work and life balance? Okay, okay. まあね, I think I particularly didn't like that part too. Like, that's why I'm self-employed and not employed to a Japanese company, but I used to be, right? Yeah, work-life balance was very hard. I didn't sleep so much because I wanted to do things that I like other than just work, right? At that point, I guess I was still like young and I could work, without sleeping so much. I mean, I definitely felt it affected my work performance because I didn't sleep enough. Um, so I guess that was not healthy. うん。ね。I think, and there are few of my friends who seem to have a really good work-life balance. And what they are doing is they they are very like, they set their boundary very well in their workplace, because I think the problem is that Japanese people don't really say no, and then company kind of like pushes people to work more and more and more as long as people, you know, don't say no, or they even break, or right, it's unhealthy. But if you are a person who can say like no, they will they can't really push you, right? And then if you are like clear about your boundary, how much you can work and stuff like that, then I think the balance is okay, will be okay. And also, like many big companies, to be honest, they have a really strict regulation about like they should let employees have like have their like days off, or like you know no working overtime とか. It's very strict in like bigger companies. So I think, yeah, it's kind of unfair, but people who are working for bigger company tend to have more better work-life balance, to be honest. And then people who work for like smaller businesses and companies, they don't have like so much freedom. So yeah. Bill far sense. Thanks for the super chat. What do you think about digital ID, and do you think Japan will use it the same way the UK did? Digital ID. I'm not really aware of that. Digital ID? Like they can follow your internet activities or something like that? Sorry, I don't know about that. So I can't answer that. But thank you. なんだろうこれ、ベオフっていうのかな Thank you so much. I saw Marty Mouse on Cathy Cat's live stream the other night. Marty Mouse ね。He sometimes come to this live stream too. うん。It's my impression at this point that most Japanese company are at least a little black company. If you don't push back constantly, you'll get screwed. Yeah, so you really have to set your boundary in your work ethic. If you, yeah, I think people have a pressure that, oh, if I said no, maybe it affects my promotion. And then in fact, I think it's easier to get promotion if you look like you're working so hard, and if you say no, and then if you don't say no and then just be a nice employee, then you might have more chances. But especially when it comes to foreigners, there aren't so many opportunities to get promotion. So like what are you doing by saying like yes to anything? Right? So yeah. Maybe one day I will work for Toyota. Toyota. Nice, nice. Well, it's time for me to go, and thanks for the fun conversation. Fun, weird conversation, but it was a lot of fun, I guess. I hope you had fun too. But yeah, next. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can go live during my US time, but I will let you know. I will keep you updated. Um, so, well, check out my, なんだっけ, my YouTube feed or my Instagram, if it's easier for you. And hope you have a nice day or night wherever you are. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.